And it is a very important topic. Of course, with families getting together, a lot of people, want to be together. They want to be with their families, but it may be a great time to also talk about care and hospice care. And Interim Healthcare does such a great job with this. And we have Scott and Kirsten here with us this morning to tell us a little bit more about the questions we should be asking our families, asking each other. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. So a lot of people, we see the term hospice, but break that down. What does that mean for us and our care?
Well, I think there's a big difference between healthcare and hospice. Healthcare is focusing on curative, surgeries, treatments, medication. Like you and me, we're gonna get the surgeries right now. But there's a point at which surgeries aren't working anymore, and hospice, their focus is more on just the taking care of that holistic approach, not the curative, but really stepping into people's lives toward the end of life.
And I love the Interim Healthcare of the Upstate is all about dignity. It's all about a God-focused plan too, which as families are gathering during the holidays, this is a time that it's important to maybe have those conversations. Maybe you're not thinking about dealing with it, but you want to have that conversation sooner than later.
That's right, and it is a time that you get together with your loved ones, you're with your family, and you notice that your mom or your dad, they're not quite the same person that they were 3-4 months ago at the holidays. And a lot of folks are fearful of that end of life conversation, and many times by avoiding it, we're doing all of us a disservice.
Right.
And so, right now is the time that we lean in and say, reach out and talk about what's available to you, and let's see what's available to you for service-wise.
And I'm sure you guys spend a lot of time debunking the myths that are surrounding hospice. Someone heard this, someone heard that. What are some of the things you guys hear?
Absolutely. We're not the death squad. We're not. We're really coming in to as a life team, not as we are a hospice team, because the reality is, Jamarcus, is that everybody in this room, everybody in this building, we're all going to die one day.
Right.
And that's a reality, and it's a hard truth. But I always believe that I think that people deserve somebody to come alongside them and have that conversation early on, especially the early on conversations about the dignity and what's going to happen at the end of life. What can we do as a team?
I think that's such an important one to point out too, because a lot of people say when you see hospice, then that's bad news. But obviously it's something that has gotten to that point that they want to make sure they're dealing with someone who understands that transition and doing it with dignity and care and making sure that all the needs are taken care of.
And many times folks think it's the last days of life, and that's the biggest miss for all of us, is not having the opportunity to engage sooner and really work with the family, work with the patient to make sure they're comfortable and understand what lies ahead. They're able to ask those questions. They're able to dig in with a chaplain and ask those questions that maybe this is the unknown, and it's okay to have those conversations and prepare.
And you guys, win awards for how you guys handle this and the programs you have to kind of lead people through that. What separates Interim Healthcare of the Upstate from some of the other folks that may be out there doing it?
Sure, we have a program that's called Finding Peace: A Meaningful Goodbye, and it really happened organically. We were reviewing our quality metrics, and we saw that our patients receive, bar none, more care when it matters most. And so I've gotten to work alongside Scott here and build out this program that really targets where patients are in their journey. And that's the piece that ties back to it's not the last days of life. It's let's get in there. We should be talking about this 6 months out and planning and preparing and having those questions. What do you want to hear at your funeral? What songs do you want to hear? A lot of folks don't know that, and it leaves loved ones lost and not knowing how to navigate that.
And I'm such a control freak. Maybe the producer in me that's like, I want to tell everybody exactly what I want, right?
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's true, because I just always see it as, life is filled with magical, meaningful moments.
Yeah.
And coming along someone like you, you're not dying, but coming alongside someone like you and saying, what are those meaningful moments in your life, and finding those pieces. 'Cause I had one person say, well, you're just helping me, you're coming into my life to help me find the final pieces of my puzzle. And they said, it may look tattered and torn, but it's my puzzle. And when I'm done putting it together, then I can look back and say, that's my life. And identifying those pieces, the final pieces. And it could be funeral arrangements. It could be making amends. It could be reaching out to somebody they hadn't talked to for a long time. And it's about, a lot of times it's about family, getting them together.
And that's why I love you guys, where you're thinking about those other things that people may not be thinking about. Like making amends may not be at the top of the list for a lot of places, but I'm glad the Interim does what you guys do. So if you're ready to start that conversation, the website is on your screen, Interim Cares. is the website to go and check out. And thank you both for what you do day in and day out. I mean, it makes an incredible difference.
Thank
We
you so
appreciate it.
much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas
Christmas.
to
We
you.
appreciate
Yeah,
it,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.